quizmasters and glamorous assistants, the time had come to turn the tables on the contestants with a cruel, mean-spirited host, and they had the perfect man for the job.
Welcome to The Weakest Link.
Whilst Carol Vorderman had done her bit to redress the gender balance on game shows, when Anne Robinson weighed in, she tipped it off the scales.
Let's meet the team.
I turned down The Weakest Link more times than any other offer I've had. I would not expose myself to Annie with the best will in the world in that sort of environment for all the money in the world. I don't know how punters did it.
So, Dennis, are you one of these ghastly old people who've gone into silly shirts?
Oh, yes, indeed.
And what were you before you were retired?
We just had never seen a presenting style like that before. The idea on quiz shows was to be very nice to the contestants.
To have a woman that is not on your side and is evil, even wearing black on TV is generally a no-no, and she was always in black. It kind of broke all the rules.
Do you think you might get more interesting as the course goes on?
There was just nothing spared. It was just full onslaught.
Are you from Birmingham?
Originally, yes, sir.
Oh. Has that been a big drawback for you?
She got crueler, actually, the longer it went on, and actually very unkind. But somehow, she got away with it.
And you have to do the routes for the lorry drivers?
That's right, yes, sir.
Why can't they do their own routes?
Because I have to adhere to driving hours.
You have to adhere to what?
Driving hours.
Driving hours.
That's
Is
right,
that
yeah.
how you talk at home?
It is, yes.
You kind of went, what did she say?
Dennis, you are the weakest link. Bye.
She had this sort of like growl, and she'd say, "You are the weakest link," and she'd say, she was so horrible to people.
My name's Marilyn, and I'm a bit lumpy and ugly. What can you do to counsel me?
Well, I'd probably try to get you to look at your better points and not focus on the lumpy bits.
No, have you got any better points?
And
Oh, yes,
attempting
I
to
have.
face down Miss Robinson was every bit as terrifying as it looked.
It's very intimidating. When I guessed it on a celebrity version, I was amazed she didn't come and talk to us. It was presumably a calculated decision on her part. She did not talk to the players beforehand, and so she just went out there, and she was quite aggressive.
Nicholas,
Yes.
I understand you're a former president of the Lord Taverners Club.
Lord's Taverners, yes, the charity, yes.
Does that not involve general knowledge of any sort?
Yes, and in fact, I've written thousands of general knowledge questions.
Yes.
But this
none,
is the most...
none of this knowledge on show.
No, well, it was a very inhibiting situation. I mean, you have a very...
Let me cut you short that statistically you were the worst player, and with 7 votes you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Anne's reputation as the Queen of Mean even spread across the pond, where she took America to task on 3 series for NBC.
She's one of the few people, actually, who's crossed that divide, you know. You remember the big posters up in Times Square? I mean, she was everywhere, coast to coast in America. She was huge.
We have the calm. We have the star.
There's also an element of high noon about it. The Americans love a good old cowboy fight. She's standing there, surrounded, isn't she? And she's picking them off, one by one.
And if you fail, I will tell the whole world you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Coming up.